At Alpine House, it's an assisted living place near Whitmer. So I really hope I'm working there, because then I'd be closer to Whitmer. It'd be a good choice, you know? People would be like, well, he's working at assisted living Alpine House. It's kind of debate if I should go to Ronald or assisted living. I kind of feel more comfortable with assisted living, Alpine House this summer as a summer job of the job training program, because I would be doing, I want to say, a different kind of custodial work than Ronald McDonald House. I would be vacuuming the floors. I would be dusting stuff. I would be sweeping stuff with a broom and putting it in a thing where you put the dust in. I forgot what those are called. I would be mopping with a Swiffer. No, mopping. Sorry, not mopping with a Swiffer. That I'm thinking of Ronald McDonald House, guys. Yeah, mopping with a Swiffer, cleaning the toilets. Probably with a plunger. I wouldn't think it would be a brush one. Well, maybe, because it's assisted living, and the Alpine House isn't that big. I think it's one of the best assisted living places ever. There, after I got my work done, I would have lunch, a good meal with the old people, the people that are assisted there to live there. I also would play board games with them, maybe even war, with those cards, the poker cards, or poker, anything, It could be a, not war game, but it could be Candyland, it could be in a it could be Monopoly, anything that works, that way. Whatever game works. Then I'm gonna be a talk show host, talking about any movie that's ever been made, even kinds of movies I love. Then I would be a NBA announcer, because I talk so good to people in school, very popular, even out in society, that I know I could do these famous jobs. But before we get on the acting subject, and before we the NBA subject, I would be a film who announces movies. They make gobs of money, $1 trillion, and you see what an actor and director makes. They don't even make as many movies. At least they're helping the acting and director to get an idea of the movie, which I really have loved for films for all these years. Also, I've loved to act. It's just there's not many actors left. I would need a trainee to teach me how to do it. And also, most people would have to start it since they were 12. It's and acting is an easy thing. It's not a sport. Anybody would know acting is easy, but not without the people being there to give you advice how to act. You just got to make a good film. It's kind of hard to do them these days, since there's been many great films in the past. In NBA sport, it's hard because you'd have to do that since you were 5. Definitely not like acting at all. That is a sport, so it's way different. Yeah. NBA superstar job would be great for me, because I'd be talking about the great NBA superstars, including Nigel Hayes, saying, "There's Nigel Hayes." I think LeBron will be there for a bit longer once I get to that, or any great basketball player, whoever is there, I can talk about him, whatever works. And I don't think LeBron will be there then, because right now I'm not 19 almost, I'm 18 and a half. Think about it. So before I be an NBA announcer and movie announcer, not CJ, not creating the movies, but talking about the movies, including great films I've seen, like the late night horror show commentary people on YouTube. Before all that, I would be a chef in cooking school, like learn how to be a chef, because I would prep ingredients more than cook certain ingredients. Like Jake and Miss always said, it's a true statement. My coach Miss Harvey knows, and my dad Jake knows. As a chef, it depends on what chef you are. As a chef, you prep ingredients more. I think that's better prepping. You leave with the prepping. You're washing your hands using kitchen safety and kitchen sanitation things. Um, like you have to do the food, and you gotta make sure you don't touch yourself. Yeah, and with cooking, you're not doing any of that. You're just cooking. So yeah, I say the prep is way better, because the cooking is easy. Anybody can cook. You just gotta put your mind to cooking and your mind to doing it if you want to be a cook. Some people don't like to cook, well, that's up to them. But that's never been in me. I've always liked to cook. And I will cook to this day, and will always cook. Yep, guys, and that's my jobs.